Alrighty guys, let's give a round of applause for the man, the myth, the legend. Guys, I'll do my best to kind of go over the questions. So let's go ahead. Who wants to ask a first question?
Hey Andy, how do you feel about this rematch, and do you feel that a full camp's going to give you more of an advantage?
Of course, you know, we've been working hard. Me and Manny Robles, you know, he's been on me, and you know, we're just ready for December 7th. I know he's gonna have some tricks up his sleeves, but so are we, man.
Yeah, that's right. Did you give Big Baby Miller a thank you gift for feeling better?
You know what, me and Miller were good friends, you know, and I told him to keep his head up. You know, things happen for a reason. It wasn't his time, and you know, eventually it's gonna be his time.
Turn on the mic.
So the mic's on?
Yeah, we might be on this mic.
Andy, Manny talked a little bit about the importance of getting you to Guadalajara to kind of get away from everything for that camp. What kind of, how do you assess how that went, kind of really going somewhere where you could focus on training for the fight?
You know, I think us boxers, you know, we have to sacrifice, we have to be away from our loved ones, and being over there in Guadalajara, it was something different. You know, they had me locked in a cage like that, so I could be an animal inside the ring. So I think that was his plan. I don't know, but it was a good idea though.
Hey.
With about a month left until the fight, how's the cage animal doing right now?
We're doing good, you know. We're just staying focused, staying disciplined. I just wanted to come out here and be out there with my people, you know, all my fans, and I appreciate everybody. You know, everywhere we go, we gotta do a little bit of training, and right here we're gonna show off a little bit of the training that we've been doing. So I'm happy to show off a little bit for you guys.
Andy, how did you react to the road work at altitude? Manny said that too, trying to run and train at altitude.
You know what? It was pretty hard at first because the altitude is pretty high. But we're running in the mountains, doing a lot of different drills. But I think everything's gonna show on December 7th. All the hard work that we did over there in Guadalajara.
How different has this camp been than your previous camps?
You know, this camp, it's a lot different. You know, my last camp, I didn't get to rest. My body, it hurt. There's times that I would complain that I didn't want to train, but you know, luckily I have a good trainer, Manny Robles, pushing me. When I don't want to wake up, he's over there calling me, looking for me at the house, knocking, like, come on, I gotta go run. But this time we have more time, you know, we're on schedule, and you know, right now we're doing the sparring, so we're in a good schedule, and we're gonna be in great shape for December 7th.
Do you feel Anthony Joshua's gonna stand and trade with you?
You know what, he even said, when we were over there at one of the press conferences, at the World Press Conference that we did, and he said that he was going to be boxing around, and he kind of told me his strategy. But whatever he does, you know, we're gonna do the best we can to do our thing. You know, I think the main thing I got to do is just let my hands go and throw my combinations. You know.
Hell yeah!
En español, ¿qué le dices a la gente mexicana, a la gente de habla hispana, a tu gente que no pudo ver la promoción de esta pelea?
Pues perdón a todos que no pudieron mirar la conferencia que hicimos. Lo queríamos hacer uno en Los Ángeles, uno en México, pero cosas no los dejaron. Pero si Dios quiere vamos a ganar y vamos a hacer todo lo posible para tener los cinturones aquí en México y en los Estados Unidos.
Otra pregunta rápida. ¿Cuál es la pelea que Andy Ruiz no ha visto y quiere ver?
No lo escuché.
¿Cuál es la pelea que Andy Ruiz no ha visto y quiere ver?
No sé, hay muchas peleas, pero primero ando enfocado con Anthony Joshua 2, no quiero retar a otros boxeadores, primero quiero a ganar esta pelea diciembre 7 y entonces a buscar otro rival.
Gracias a ti.
I understand the plan is for you to be a little lighter in this fight than you were in the last fight. Talk about, your thoughts on that, maybe being 10, 15 pounds lighter.
You know what, that's something that we want, for the last fight we had like a month and a week to train, and I kind of wanted to be a little heavier because, Anthony Joshua was big, I wanted to carry his weight, take the punch as well, but I think being 10 pounds lighter I'm going to be a better fighter. I'm going to be more faster, more let my hands go and be faster on my feet as well.
Andy, are you concerned that you'll lose any strength with the weight loss?
Of course not, man. 10 pounds is not going to make any difference. If anything, it's going to make me stronger. It's going to make me faster. So, especially he's going to be running around. So I think he's going to be trying to win by points. And my job is to cut the ring and do what we got to do and let my hands go. Just exactly what we've been training at the gym.
Manny, how do you keep your fighter grounded after a life-changing fight like the last fight?
It's easy, because he doesn't forget where he comes from. He doesn't forget his people, his family. You look around him, it's the same people hanging out with him from day one. His dad's still there, being his dad, and he has nothing but the utmost respect for his dad and his family and his team. So, when you have that, it's easy to stay grounded.
There's a lot of kids here, and you're a big inspiration to the whole community. What message do you have for the kids here that said, that put them down, that people said that, you're never going to amount to anything? Any message to the kids here?
All the kids that doubt you, that you have something that you want to do in life, you have a dream, because everyone has a dream, but it's our job to fulfill those dreams, and, like I said, hard work and dedication, and we've got to sacrifice, and anything is possible, man. Anything is possible. Everybody thought that I was going to do nothing, that I was going to lose in the first few rounds against Anthony Joshua, but having that will, having that motivation inside me that I want to, do something great and making my dreams come true, and that's becoming the first Mexican heavyweight champion of the world, and we accomplished that. Not just me, but I think having the right team around you, and all the right spirit, but I couldn't do it without my coach Manny Robles right here next to me, and my father as well. So it's not just me, but it's a team that you got to have around you.
Oh yeah,
You grew up not too far from here. What's it mean for you to be back here in the community amongst the fans, and why keep the time to do that?
You know what? It feels good, and I was born in Raleigh, California. I'm from a small little town. Everybody knows everybody. And if you want to accomplish something there, it's kind of hard, so we have to leave the valley to pursue our dreams, and that's what I had to do, leave my loved ones, and coming over here in San Diego is just beautiful, all the Mexican people, all my fans, so it's beautiful to come back over here where I'm from, and especially in my hometown as well.
How important was it for you, for both of you, to change it up from the last fight now to the second fight, to kind of change it up, lose the weight, try and get a little faster?
I don't think it was a big deal, I think training in the gym, practicing what we got to do, and not change too much, I think what we did in the first fight, it worked out, so maybe make a little adjustments that we've seen the fight like 100 times, and we've seen the mistakes that I've done and the mistakes that he's done, so those are the little things that we're practicing and trying to correct and trying to make it better.
After December 7th, what will the world know about Andy Ruiz?
December 7th, when I win the rematch, everyone's going to know, wow, this is not a fluke, this is a real deal. Just a little kid, or a little big kid with a dream, and he's doing everything that he can to win this fight and to make more dreams come true.
Tyson Fury recently started started doing stuff with WWE. Could you see yourself doing something like that?
I don't think so. They invited me to go a while back ago when I won the title. They invited me to go over there and check it out. But you know what? Boxing is my life, so you know this is the only thing that I know how to do besides being with my family and my loved ones. So I think I'm going to stick to boxing and accomplish more that I want to do, and you know, maybe down the line we'll look for something else to do.
We know the focus is this fight with Joshua, the rematch. Give us your take on the rest of the division. I know for the longest time the heavyweight division was under the radar, but now it's back, obviously.
Well, now it's back. You know, there's a lot of heavyweights. I think the action is on the heavyweights now, not the flyweights and all that. So, but there's a lot of competition out there. There's Lawler, there's Fury, there's Dylan White, there's Chisora. I was looking forward for the Parker and fight, but I guess he pulled out. Something happened. But you know, there's a lot of competition right now, and the main thing we got to do is just focus, man. Focus, and you know, I have these beautiful belts that I've been dreaming about my whole life, and now I have them here, and I'm gonna die trying to keep them, you know. So I think that's the main thing right now.
How important was your amateur career in Baja California? Guantes de Oro, National Olympics. How did that shape you, your technique, and discipline?
In the amateurs, you know, it's important to have fights in the amateurs, you know, because that's how we get the experience. That's how we learn from a lot of fights that we do. You know, I had 100 or something fights in the amateurs, so I think that's what got me here as well. You know, having that experience and having different trainers and fighting different people around the world. So it's really important to be an amateur, and one of my dreams was to be an Olympian. You know, I wanted to be the first Mexican Olympian for Mexico, but you know, things happen, and my real dream came true.
Andy, you're not going to go to the Olympics in 2020? Like,
that was an invitation, you know, from Mexico, but you know what? I don't want to crush anyone else's dreams. There's just another guy like me that was his dream. So I'd rather let him accomplish what he wants to do, and I stay in my lane, and you know.
Hey Andy, could you talk more about your diet? What are some foods you're eating more of and less of? I know you don't eat Snickers.
You know what? I've been eating a lot of salmon. I'm sick and tired of salmon right now. And you know, I had my cheat day yesterday, and I'm probably gonna have one today too. So.
Yeah, what are you gonna eat?
But we're right here at the gym, you know, and you know, we've just been eating good. You know, we've been eating a lot of good portions, and but like I said, a lot of salmon. A lot of salmon.
What's your favorite cheat meal?
My favorite cheat meal, I think, is chile rellenos, carne asada, chilaquiles. My mom just made me chilaquiles a few days ago.
I think Joshua training harder than you.
Yeah. What?
You think Joshua training harder than you?
Yeah, you know, I don't really worry about what he's doing, you know. We have to worry what we're doing, what we got to do, but, you know, he has to, you know, he has to train hard too, you know. I feel he has more pressure than I do, you know. I think I just got to do what I got to do and let my hands go and focus on winning December 7th.
Canelo Alvarez also has a big fight in a couple weeks with Sergey Kovalev, but he mentioned, he expressed his interest that he will be going to Saudi Arabia to catch your fight against Joshua. What does that mean to you that a fellow Mexican star in boxing will be there to catch a fight?
No, it means a lot. You know, I'm a big fan of Canelo. We and him talk back and forth on social media, texts, and I'm going to be there for his fight too, November 2nd. So, he invited me to go out there, be backstage with him. So I'm looking forward to that, and for him going all the way to Saudi Arabia. It's an honor, you know. I want to have a lot of Mexicans out there supporting me because I know there's not gonna be a lot of Mexicans out there. So having a good legend like Canelo is gonna be an honor to have him there.
Absolutely. If I could just get your quick prediction on that fight for Canelo Kovalev.
I think it's going to be a really good fight, action fight. A lot of people are talking bad about Kovalev, but he's been in there with the best. You know, he was a pound for pound at one point, but I think Canelo's gonna outdo him, and he's gonna win.
You have a lot of beautiful belts there. How important is the WBC belt for you?
You know, it's really important. You know, I want to be the unified heavyweight champion of the world.
Yes, sir.
And I'm this close, man. And having that fight with me and Wilder talk on the phone as well, man. We're good friends. We support each other, but during the fight, there's not going to be no friends, no respect, and nothing like that. But it's going to mean a lot to have that WBC belt, of course.
Andy, who is your greatest inspiration as a fighter?
As a fighter, I think I had a lot. You know, I don't think I had a favorite fighter. I had a lot of different fighters, and I kind of learned from a lot of different fighters as well. And meeting Mike Tyson as well. He's one of the biggest guys that I always wanted to meet. And once I met him, he gave me some advice as well. And
What did he say?
well, just to be careful, you know, outside of the ring. Inside of the ring, he says that I'm doing good and all that, but just to be careful outside of the ring and with the people you hang out with, to be humble and, you know, just to take this serious.
Andy, a few months ago, you went to Mexico and visited a bunch of prisoners in jail. Can you tell us about that experience and how people received you and what type of message you sent to them?
You know what? I went over there to Monterrey. One of the oldest prisons over there in Mexico that was there since 1943, and they destroyed it on September 30th. And it was an honor to talk to the prisoners out there, you know, especially the prisoners that are getting out. I just wanted to tell them, you know, that everything is possible. That if you have a dream, you want to do something big. If you want to come home, you know, healthy and to provide for your family, you just gotta work hard, you know. Nobody wants to be in jail for a long time, being away from their family. So I was just seeing some things like that. Even the prisoners that couldn't go down there to see like the little fight that was going on, I even went all the way on top of there and with them, and they received me really well, man. Good thing I didn't shame them.
Andy, we're used to seeing all the fights in Vegas, New York, LA, Saudi Arabia. How do you feel about fighting in that country? You know, making history there. You know, first heavyweight championship fight.
You know what? At first it was kind of like, man, how are we going all the way over there? But after we seen how it is, we seen the people, we seen the culture. It's beautiful out there, man. It's really beautiful, and it's an honor to fight over there. You know, I think God's putting me over there for a reason, and I think that's to prove other people wrong. You know, all the doubters, and that's why we're training hard to show the people and to be victorious December 7th.
Andy, you talk a lot about your fans. How important have your fans been leading up to December 7th?
You know what, my fans been everything, you know, all the love, all the messages that they give me, you know, and, you know, without them, we're nothing, you know. Who's gonna buy the fights, or who's gonna watch the fights, you know, so we gotta appreciate all the fans, all the supporters, and especially all the loved ones, so I appreciate all my fans out here and around the world.
We love you, champ!
¿Tienes apoyo de Saúl Canelo Álvarez a tu lado y este pueblo mexicano que está por ti?
No, pues me siento bien orgulloso de eso y pues hay dos mexicanos de ahí que los estamos apoyando y noviembre 2 voy a estar ahí apoyando también, gritándole al Canelo para que gane también y yo sé que él va a hacer lo mismo cuando él vaya para mi pelea también.
Andy, you mentioned the WBC belt and Wilder. He has a big fight against Ortiz. It's a big rematch. How do you see that fight playing out?
You know, I see that fight going I think Wilder's gonna take him out. You know, I think Ortiz. He's a really good fighter. He's a veteran fighter. He's an older fighter as well, but I think Wilder's gonna. I think he's gonna win by knockout.
Andy, given the very large time difference that it is here and in Saudi Arabia, I believe the main fights are going to start local time like 6 in the morning. How soon are you planning on going to Saudi Arabia to start adjusting? And what do you think about fighting so early Sunday mornings where we used to fighting like Saturday nights?
You know, we just gotta adjust. We gotta adjust to where we're going over 2 weeks before the fight. This is not my first fight fighting overseas, so I'm kind of used to it, but we just gotta adjust to everything that's gonna come our way.
Do you change your sleeping schedule when fights are at odd times of the day? Do you try to sleep at maybe different
When
times?
I get there, I change the sleeping schedule, and we train at certain times here as well, different times.
Since I'm always going to fight, I guess what I'm saying is be one of our fundraisers. Who's going to win?
That's gonna be a good fight, you know, and it's gonna go for a good cause, and I don't know, va a ser una exhibición, so no sé, si Dios quiere va a ganar el Chávez, pero el Travieso Arce se prepara bien y está fuerte también, so nunca sabes, no puedes jugar boxeo como dice el Ernesto.
Andy, tienes un corazón enorme, como tú. Y tienes un tatuaje que dice hecho en México. Esa unión de fuerza y corazón te harán mantener el título.
Claro que sí, por eso traigo el Victorious atrás de mi espalda también, porque quiero ser victorioso en todo lo que hago. Pero todo va a ser bien, todo va a estar bien. Diciembre 7 vamos a tener los títulos y lo vamos a mantener aquí en México.
Todo México está contigo, amigo.
Andy, it looks like Josh was slimming down for this fight. The last face-off, did you feel a difference between the first time you fought him? Did he look smaller to you, or how did you size him up?
Yeah, you know, he looks a little slimmer, but I don't think that's gonna do any different, you know. And you can do whatever you want outside of the ring, but inside the ring, when it's fight time, like Mike Tyson says, everyone has a plan until you get hit. So that's what we're gonna find out December 7th.
How was that hot boxing with Mike Tyson? How was being on the podcast?
It was an honor, man. It was an honor to be there, and especially with him. He was just hugging me, kissing me on my cheek. So he's a really cool guy, man. A really humble guy, and he was just giving me props. You know, really humble guy.
Last fight, Anthony Joshua let you hold the belt. Are you gonna let him touch the belt this time around?
No, they told me to. They're like, hey, are you gonna let me hold the belt? I was like, I don't know. He has to win me first. But I don't know. I'm not. These are mine. Mine to keep.
I know that you're focused obviously on this huge rematch, but with every belt, you know, with having a victory, you have mandatories. You know, you have
We have Usyk for the WBO.
Right.
Yep. You know, he's a great fighter. I didn't think he looked too good for his first fight, and he's a great fighter. You know, he's a great boxer. That's what he is, a great boxer. But after we win December 7th, of course, we'll give him the opportunity to take one of my belts.
what was it that you didn't really like? Like, was it his, you know?
I didn't think he carried his power too much for somebody that hasn't fought in so long, you know. I'm not trying to not give credit to the guy that he fought, of course, but I think he could have done a lot better, you know. But I don't know. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, any more questions, guys? A couple of last ones, or we're excited for the workout? All right, so let's give a chance for Andy to